Mini episode 1230 of the FDH Lounge is brought to you by Sportsology, delivering unconventional columns and webcasts about sports, TV, music, movies, and more. Follow them on the web at sportsology.com.
The FDH Lounge. You want to schedule your life around it.
A long time ago, on a gloomy, wet Cleveland spring night, two men stand alone amidst the late-night drizzle. Their voices echo across the vacant station parking lot as they debate the merits of the great American radio show that have been missing for far too long. On that night, an idea was born. That idea became the FDH Lounge. Welcome to the FDH Lounge.
Welcome to FDH Lounge Mini Episode 1230. I'm FDH Managing Partner Rick Morris here with our preview of Billions Episode 5.4. Here's our top 5 notes of interest heading into the season's 4th episode. Number 5. So Chuck is going to be doing some teaching at Yale now. Interesting. Molding young minds is apparently a part of Rhodes Jr.'s delusions of now being a righteous crusader for justice. It's just interesting to see him horse trading for this purpose as opposed to some of the things that he's chased in the past. Something tells us he's going to try to leverage his renewed Yale connections to go after Bobby even more. Number 4. We were wrong about Wags' family subplot being done. Here's hoping that it continues from here. The combination of the shock of seeing his daughter on the pole and the care that Bobby was taking with his son's situation, even if he went in completely the wrong direction with it, led Wags to reach out to his estranged children. Mending fences is going to be a huge challenge, and Wags isn't known for prioritizing anything except X Capital world domination, so it'll be fascinating to see how this plays out. Number 3. Axe wants to be a bank? Really? In terms of his ego, it's understandable that he sees this move as the ultimate graduation in terms of status. But it's hard to believe that he could find the same thrill of the kill in such a stay at business when he tells Wags that part of the appeal is a government backstop. Presumably, he would not be a part of the day-to-day operations at X Capital anymore, assuming it would even still exist, and creatively, could the show get as much grist from the mill from the world of banking as it does with Wall Street trading? This angle is bizarre, even as it will be fun to see him tackle the roadblocks in his way. It's one thing to find a way to put one of the world's great artists under your thumb, it's another thing to do it to government regulators. And with Krakow and Hard Bob pointing him back toward the state jurisdiction, that can't be a coincidence creatively now that it's Chuck's realm. Number 2. Sarah saved the deal for Taylor only to be so alienated as to want to quit. Taylor is not reacting well at all to the new circumstances of being under Axe's thumb. Being so conflicted led to the weird situation with the college that Sarah had to save, only to have her work not appreciated enough by Taylor. You have to think that losing Sarah's guidance is not going to help Taylor's attempts to break out of this funk. Number 1. Now generational stasis joins ethics as an undercurrent for this season. Chuck appeased his dad by getting his kids, along with their mom, to meet their brand new aunt, but it's clear that Rhodes Sr. was just pulling a power play. Getting Chuck to make it happen was the point, not family togetherness. That old jerk will never change, and neither will Chuck. In the Axelrod family, Bobby didn't want to hear the hard truth from the school administrator, but Gord really doesn't have much of a chance of turning into a decent person with the example that has been set for him. As Axe alone at this point seems to realize, in the Billions world there is no morality, there are only winners and losers, and that will never change. That awareness may well give him a leg up in his war with Chuck. Thank you for joining us for this mini episode of the FDH Lounge.